Hey, afternoon everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here with another video about filming locations. My name is Eve, and behind me is one of the opening action scenes of my favorite 1995 action film, Die Hard with a Vengeance. Shot right here in New York City, most of it in New York City. I believe they also shot in South Carolina or North Carolina and some other studios. But behind me, this is the department store that Simon Gruber blew up in the beginning of the film to get the attention of the New York Police Department. And as you can see, it doesn't say the department store. It doesn't have the sign overhead that says Bon Witz. So I guess that was a fake store. This was actually a hard location to find. Just looking at it, there's another similar building down there, but this is the one based on that window with that top curvature. And I remember seeing in the behind the scenes where when they were blowing it up, there was a truck that said Atlantic Courier on it, but it was backwards. But when we saw it in the movie, it was the right side. So an Atlantic Courier is a big in-joke for Die Hard 1 when the terrorists are driving into the Nakatomi building and they have Pacific Courier listed on their truck. So, but yeah, this building was Bon Witz Taylor department store in the beginning of Die Hard with a Vengeance that blew up, and it kind of started all the events for the rest of the film. Hey everybody, here I am at West 72nd Street in Broadway in Manhattan, and this behind me, this is the famous scene in Die Hard where John McClane and Zeus, they arrive to get their instructions from Simon Gruber at a phone booth, which I believe was right here. There's no phone booth there because it's 2020, but back in 1995 they were all over the place. But this is where they go to the phone booth, and Simon Gruber tells him that riddle.
As I was going to St. Ives, I met a man with 7 wives. Every wife had 7 sacks. Every sack has 7 cats. Every cat has 7 kittens. Kittens, cats, sacks, and wives. How many were going to St. Ives? My phone number is 555.
No, wait, I didn't get all that. Say it again.
Not a chance. My phone number is 555, and the answer. Call me in 30 seconds or die.
They have a certain amount of time to figure it out, and then they figure it out, but they're like a couple seconds late. And Simon says, "Oh, this is gonna happen," and then they all, like Bruce Willis and Samuel Jackson, scream.
What's going?
Hello, John.
Yeah, piece of cake. Give us something harder next time.
But you're 10 seconds late.
No, the answer is 1. There's a bomb in the trash can. Go!
But nothing happens because Simon didn't say. Now what's really cool about this scene is that in the background behind Sam Jackson there's a grazed papaya which is still there, and on top it's supposed to be a Sleepy's mattress firm. It looks like it's still a mattress firm, but it doesn't say Sleepy's on it. But yeah, it's really cool being here, and there's a grazed papaya. I'm a little hungry, so it's lunchtime. All right, everybody, I'm here in Wall Street, New York, where John McClane and Zeus kind of meet up together to try to stop the explosion on the subway, which they didn't, but they did save a lot of lives. But here is pretty much the whole idea of the movie. This is the Federal Reserve building right there that Simon Gruber is going to rob with his friends, his East German all-star friends, as McClane says. And so over here behind me, you can see now, if you watch the original scene, this is the corner where the trucks that they carry the gold in, this is the corner that the trucks come out of, and they make the right turn going up here. and you can see that building over there is still there in the background. So that's kind of like a reference point of, but this is the scene where Ricky, John McClane's friend with the badge number 6991, he was kind of holding back the reporters over there, and he was like kind of here talking to them.
What's going on? Why'd everybody tear out of here?
Come on, Pamela, look at your watch. It's coming up on shift change. The bean counters are worried about overtime, so we sent everybody back to the precinct to punch out. The next shift is going to be here in a minute.
You are so full of shit, Walt.
Thank you.
And then you see the trucks with the bad guys driving around this corner, and they drive up here, and Ricky's standing somewhere around here, and he's like kind of telling them to go away, whoa, slow down, whatever. And if you look in the background, you can see that kind of building with that corner right there. That's still there.
Hey, whoa. Detective. Bob Thompson. City Engineer's Office. We'd like to get an idea of the damage.
Man, you guys really got here fast.
Where this building is, this is where that explosion happened on the subway underground, and you know, Simon Gruber and Ricky, they're kind of walking and talking with each other when he first meets Simon Gruber.
Well, it's Wall Street, sir. A lot of money here. A lot of opinion makers. The mayor doesn't want to piss off, you know.
They're like looking at this mess, and he's like, holy Toledo, somebody had fun.
This is it? Holy Toledo. Somebody had fun.
All right, so after Simon Gruber dupes one of McClane's friends into leading half of his men down into the tunnels, over here, if you can see it, I don't know which way, over here is where he's actually walking up. This is like a long walk from where he was. He's walking up, and kind of like a 90s like police car, but it's not a police car. It's like an unmarked car. If you guys remember those like weird car shapes, they're really long, and that car pulls up here, and like 5 guys, maybe about 8 feet tall, they just walk out. All right, and Simon Gruber's walking here, and they kind of follow him. So he's walking with his bag and his tie with the apple, and this is the entrance to the Federal Reserve that they walk through. You know, these are really tall doors, but I would imagine, I don't know how they open, whether they go in or out. I think that they would go in. I don't remember, but this is where they walk in to deal with the bank manager guy that they pass out. Hey everybody, here I am in Tompkins Square Park in Manhattan, New York City, and this is the very famous scene from Die Hard with the jug scene at the fountain.
Don't open it.
What? I gotta open it. And it's gonna be all right.
Shit! I told you not to open it!
That it was the riddle they both had to solve to prevent the bomb that they were, you know, with in the fountain. They had to prevent that from going off.
Don't spill it. Good. Exactly 4 gallons.
You did it, McClane.
Put it on the thing. Get it down there.
So I tried looking for it, and I didn't realize this, and I did, I guess, a little research. I should have known this. And somebody here told me, but that fountain was actually made for the movie. It's not a real fountain. It wasn't, it's not here. So I found the spot based on the background, but the fountain is somewhere around here, or it was somewhere around here. They built it up for the movie, and the actors did the scene with the jugs and the water. And I looked carefully in the background behind Bruce Willis, and you could see these buildings. My reference point is that building where it's Odessa's restaurant above with that you know, the fire escape, and that pinkish building right there. Those buildings are in the background.
Oh, shit! We got less than a minute. Throw this thing away.
Look, we can't take it off of it. It'll detonate. Just wait a second. I got it. Exactly 2 gallons in here, right?
Right.
Leaving exactly 1 gallon of empty space, right?
Yeah.
A full 5 gallons here, right?
Right.
You pour 1 gallon out of 5 gallons into there, we have exactly 4
4
gallons in there.
gallons,
Pour it in there, come on.
And so it was right around here they filmed that whole jug fountain scene. So that's pretty cool that I found that.